Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, hello everyone. So now we're going to make some presentation for something. But before that, let's just introduce our members first. So we're from group 5 and these are members. There's Muhammad Irfan Ali and Muhammad Al-Husein, of course me. And we're from informatic technology from Polynema. And actually, we're going to explain about the magnetic and the optical storage devices. And we'll have a topic, some topic, there's a definition, how it works, difference of both, type of magnetic storage devices, and the optical storage device as well. And the first topic that will be explained, that is a definition. So the definition of magnetic storage devices is the terms from engineering referring to the storage of data on a magnetized medium, and it uses different patterns of magnetization in a magnetizable material to store data, and it's a form of a non-volatile memory. And the optical storage devices is the storage of data on an optically readable medium, and the data is recorded by making marks in the pattern that can be read back with the aid of lights. And it's usually a wave of laser light precisely focused on a spinning disk. And how does it work? For the magnetic storage devices, by the only view, when the disk is used, the motor drive is rotating at a very high speed. And there's a read write head that is placed on the surface of the disk. And the fixed head, disks have a one head for each track while they're moving. And the head disk have one head that must be moved to access from the one to the another. The track, the optical storage devices, the data is read while bouncing laser beam on the surface of the medium. Laser beam creates all dots while the reading process, but it used with the high power mode to mark the surface of the storage medium and to make a dot. And it's called burning. All the process called burning in the optical storage. Then it's the point of the difference of both will doing compression each other. Firstly, for the media type, magnetic disk has a multiple fixed disk, and the optical has a single removable disk. The position error signal, magnetic disk has an intermediate signal, and the optical has an excellent signal. For the symbol rate, magnetic disk has a low, and optical has high. For the implementation, magnetic disk used mostly where the data is randomly accessed, and the optical used in streaming files. Then the tracks, magnetic circular, and the optical can be both, spiller or the circular. For the usage, magnetic, only one disk can be used at a time, but optical is mass replication is possible. For the access, shorter for the magnetic and longer for the optical. And then for the storage devices, the stored data as pattern image, and the magnetic is magnetic form. And the optical storage devices offer lesser capacity, and the magnetic storage devices offer much higher capacity. Then the number 3 difference of both, for the requires laser, for the optical because it requires laser light to the read and write the data on the disk, and the magnetic doesn't require laser. Then for the optical is the slower data to read and write, and the magnetic has a faster data read and write. And the optical data on this will not damaged by magnetic fields, but the magnetic storage devices can be destroyed the data stored on the magnetic storage devices. Then the optical storage can be readable, writable, and rewritable. But on the magnetic, always readable and just rewritable. Then the optical storage devices require additional drives to functions, and the magnetic, almost all the magnetic storage devices comes with the built-in drivers. And the optical is easy and safe to take around, but the magnetic not safe as optical storage devices to take around. Next topic, that is a type of magnetic devices. The first one is floppy disk. It is a hardware data storage medium that used in personal computers. And the cartridge measuring 3.5 inches square and about 2 millimeters thick. And in the floppy disk, the iron oxide was used to code internally for storing data in the magnetic form, and which can, and I mean the floppy disk can store 1.44 MB of data. Then the magnetic tape, it's more longer than the floppies, but the primary used for the backup storage. Then the tape drive has been amassed in the corporate world. And the drive, the magnetic tape, that can be baking up to 3 terabytes of information now. Then next material, the topic, will be explained by my partner, Irfan Ali. So Irfan Ali, time's yours.
Thank you, Hussein. The next type of magnetic storage is a C drive. The C drive is the main hard disk partition which contains the operating system and the related system files. Rectory of the drive, EC drive, is considered as the primary hard drive of the system and is used for storing the operating system, system files, and other applications and their related files. And then is a zip drive. Zip drive is used to operate the zip disk. Zip disk had 100 and 250 MB storage space that was used to save, share, and pick up high amount of data. But now zip disk is not getting popular in the market. And the last of the type is SuperDisk. SuperDisk has capable of 120 MB storage over single disk similar size of all 1 to 1.44 MB floppy diskette, and for the few time it was capable of storage 240 MB. The next material is a type of optical devices. The first type is a CD-ROM that can be read by a computer with an optical drive. The ROM part of the term means the data on the disk is read only, or cannot be altered or erased. The first CD-ROMs could hold about 600 MB of data, but now they can hold up to 700 MB. And the two type is it is DVD-ROM. It is similar to a compact disc read-only memory CD-ROM but has a large capacity. A DVD-ROM stores around 4.38 GB of data. A DVD-ROM permanently stores data file which cannot be changed, written over, or erased. The next type is a Blu-ray. Blu-ray is an optical disc format such as CD and DVD. Blu-ray disc can hold up to 25 GB of data. Blu-ray disc can hold more information than other optical media because of the blue laser the drive use. And next is CDR. CDR stands for compact disc recordable. CDR discs are blank CD that can record data written by a CD burner. The word recordable is used because CDR is are often used to record audio, which can be played back by most CD players. And the next is DVD-R. DVD-R stands for Digital Versatile Disc Recordable. A DVD-R looks the same as a regular DVD, but like a CDR, it can be used to record data. Once a DVD-R has been burned or written to, it cannot be written to again. A basic single-side, single-layer DVD-R disc can store 4.7 gigabyte of data. Double layer disk can store 8.5 gigabyte, while double set DVD-Rs can store 9.4 gigabyte. And the conclusion on material is first, the common type of storage device is magnetic storage devices. In magnetic storage devices, data is stored on a magnetic medium. Magnetic storage use different patterns of magnetization to in a magnetizable medium to store data. Example is HDD, floppy disk, etc. And second, optical storage devices are flat, round disks which spin around its center. The difference with magnetic storage devices is that in optical storage devices, laser-like. Laser-like is used to read and write data in disks. Example are CD, DVD, etc. Okay, maybe that's all we can present about our material about the difference optical storage and magnetic storage. Thank you for attention and see you later. Thank you, Hussein.